Contractors, you want to know the only thing more expensive than hiring somebody who is extremely good at what they do and paying them an exorbitantly high salary? It is paying someone who is significantly less skilled a less salary, because there is one variable between these two people that you don't take into consideration with the person that you pay less. And so in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about what that one variable is and how it is costing you so much money in both the short term and the long term. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lev Parsegian. I'm the founder of Cosmosify, a consulting agency that helps remodel contractors and custom home builders bring order to their business so hopefully they can make more money. And in this video, this one thing that I want to talk to you all about is, it starts with the letter T, okay? You may be thinking, and you know what? It starts with the letter T in Spanish as well. If you guessed it was tiempo, then you would be absolutely correct, okay? So it's time. Okay, this is the one thing that a lot of times when contractors are looking to hire somebody, especially in the field, they don't take into consideration the time that it takes to bring someone on board and ramp them up, get them up to KPI so that they can actually be performing at the level that they want them to be performing. And so I want to talk to you guys about this idea of second consequences and basically this idea of like what the choices that you make today ultimately lead to the reality that you create for yourself in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days plus time. Okay? Oftentimes contractors, when I speak with them, they're like, and we talk about like hiring, for example, project managers. This is very, very common. And it's common for GCs who are doing more than 2 million, 3 million, 4 million a year. And they will say, yes, I want to hire this PM, but I want to get a good deal for them. And to which I almost always ask, what does that mean? And they say, well, and then they always give me like some lowball number of like how much they want to pay and how they want them to basically remove the contractor from the day-to-day operations. To which I always scratch my head and I ask this question: would you take that deal? Would you take, like, if you knew that to be true, if that's your intention, you have that intention hidden in your heart and you've just made that intention known to me, okay, which is fine. You share it with me, okay, that's okay. But would you feel good about that if you knew that an employer had that intention? You may say, yeah, I mean, this is the economy, this is capitalist economy, this is normal. You want to get a bargain. Right. I'm all about getting a bargain, but I am not a big believer in unfairly compensating people, or rather trying to cheap out on people who deserve a higher compensation. And so what I've seen happen time and time again is that contractors will want A players for the price of a C player or a D player. Maybe a B player, okay? And it's so hard for them to accept that, like, I need to pay this person a certain amount of dollars if I want to get, or I need to advertise my job description in a certain way with a certain salary in it to attract a certain level of person in order for me to fulfill my goals. But then when it comes time to like talking about the salary that you need to advertise in order to attract the A players, they're like, I don't want to pay that much. And it's like, but guys, the thing is, you're still paying. But you're paying with an invisible currency that too many contractors, because they don't value their own time, they don't notice. And that currency is the T word. It's time. It's that tiempo. Okay? If you don't realize how much time and effort it is costing you by cheaping out on the front end to make a budgeted decision, then frankly speaking, I don't even know if you understand the true economics of running a construction business. Your time spent and your ability to make decisions in a short period of time directly correlates with the quality of business you are going to run today and 12 months from now. And so if it is taking you a very long time to make moves and make decisions, then it's going to be extremely difficult for you to scale the company. Now you may be thinking, well, no, what about hire slow and fire fast? Right. I'm all okay with that. But it's hire slow, but you're hiring from a pool of the right candidates. If we are just trying to get all types of people through the door and we're being super, super cost conscious, then maybe you need to evaluate if your current resources are being spent as effectively as they could. Because if you're squeezing so hard and it's so difficult to wrap your head around the fact that, good talent costs good money, then you're probably not doing enough revenue and you have an issue with your job costing that is keeping you from actually hiring good quality people. Because if you had enough cash flow, they say cash flow solves all issues, right? If you had enough cash flow in your construction business, you probably would be able to hire that person a little bit more confidently. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a squeeze, but I'm saying that you would have a little bit easier of a time to hire an A player because you're not so strapped on cash. And so if it's hard for you to justify hiring that A player, maybe first look at your books and evaluate if it's even the right time to hire that person. And if it's not, then look at your current state, your current operation, whether it's you running your jobs, whether you have a lead carpenter, a site super, a foreman, a GM, whatever it is. Look at that and see how you can make that more efficient. And if you can't make that more efficient, for whatever reason, which I find it very hard to believe that you can't, then you need to look at other options. And maybe you do need to hire a C player or a B player for a season. But don't be surprised that if you try to hire this person and have A player expectations of them and they don't end up performing, don't be surprised when you need to let that person go. And I've seen this happen time and time again. Okay? You have to end up letting this person go. And the issue is that now that has costed you even more time and also money than if you were to just focus yourself on making your current operation stronger so that it can support hiring the right talent. I'm a big proponent of contractors setting themselves up to operate from a place of abundance and not from a place of scarcity and fear. Okay? Because then when you operate from a place of fear, it makes it incredibly difficult to make sound judgments and decisions on a day-to-day within your construction business. I mean, this goes across the board for all businesses, but especially construction businesses when there is so much liability on the line as it relates to the work that you actually perform. And so if you want to make your life easier, guys, choose to look at these things, look at your books, evaluate your day-to-day processes, sit in a room similar to my office here, and maybe not my office, but sit in your office, right? And I encourage you guys to take out a piece of paper. Take out a piece of paper and write down what you see based on your day-to-day operations, where the biggest opportunity is. Is it increasing cash flow? Well, what do we need to increase cash flow? Is it more leads? Okay, how do I get people to know about me? Do I need to make more phone calls? Do I need to run more ads? If you don't have money for ads, like again, who do I need to get in front of? How can I do the most with the least amount of resources? Go back to first principles. And if it's so difficult, like if your ego has a hard time doing that and you're doing $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year, guys, I'm telling you right now, there are multi-billion-dollar companies that Because of the fact that they went to first principles, they resorted to first principles, they were able to recover their business from a state that was going to put them in deep, deep debt and bankruptcy. You could look at the story of where T-Mobile was. Literally just look at where T-Mobile was before 2013. I'm not going to make this whole video about 2013 T-Mobile and what happened, but everyone can learn something from that. Look at Apple in the mid to late 90s. Look at that story. The thing is, there are companies that do significantly more in revenue that run into this issue too. But the one reason I see that these companies have been able to succeed time and time again is because they do not let their ego get in the way of doing the things that are actually going to push the envelope forward. Okay? So think about that. Evaluate your finances and operate as if you're lean. Don't operate like you're bloated. Wake up in the morning. Okay, you have kids, you have a family, you have to work out, you have to you have to meet people on the job site, you need to pick up phone calls and do that whole. You can do all that, okay? But if it really matters to you for a season of time, if you want to get your company to where you want it to be, it's going to require you to pick up the phone and call people to get in front of them, to bring more opportunities into the door so you can afford the right people to actually run your business and scale your business. I don't think I have much else to say on this other than the fact that you guys can do it. And I want to encourage y'all that if you're in this dark space where you kind of feel torn and you're like in this abyss, you're not alone. Contractors have faced this for many years, and they will continue to face this. But you do have an active choice. You are playing an active role in this, whether you like it or not. And you can change the outcome that you see within a matter of just a few weeks by focusing on the tasks that are going to produce you the highest return. If you guys got value from this video, then great. Share it with a contractor friend. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. And I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Peace.